Hi, everybody. Good evening. Welcome on board to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ẹ̀yin tèmi. Please call up people. Join up people. Let's talk about DV. DV. I think we have been talking about DV this week as if it's all about DV that we are talking about. Good evening, everyone. Oh, yeah. Everybody power tap. Everybody call on people. Call on our people. Tap, tap, tap. What happened to... Hey, YouTube is coming up. Our YouTube is coming up. Good evening, everybody. Okay, now, please, let's get ourselves together. As you come to TikTok, please help me to power tap. Please, power tap for me. That will make us stronger, Facebook, as you come, you know the way we do it now. Help me to do what we do on Facebook, please. Please, please, please. YouTube, if you're a first timer, you're welcome to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. So let me put the picture of Regina and her husband. Yeah. That's the picture of Regina and her lovely husband. At least he's still our senator. We should respect our senator. Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to Prevailing Issues with Ajoke. Come on. If you're coming here for the first time on YouTube, you are on a page where we discuss about family issues, trending issues, and this is one of it. It's been going on since yesterday, and I've been asking. I didn't have time yesterday, so today I said, let me come and dance it today. And and even initially I had something else to discuss, but I changed my mind on that to really tap on this and let's get it out of our way, because domestic violence is one of those topics that I'm so passionate about. Unfortunately, I've seen ladies being in domestic violence relationship and what they have gone through over the years, and that has always been a passion for me, to always help people who are going through it, especially young ladies. How are you, Olawale Ola Ekabo? Good evening, everybody. As you come in, Mama A, they look alike, Abi. Maybe it's even her father. Who knows? Let me laugh. Somebody said Daniela. What's her name? Is it Daniela? What's her name? Okay, I think I have my this thing on. Can you hear me on? Okay, I think. No. Can you all hear me on? Am I audible enough on TikTok? Please help me to power tap it. Am I audible? Power tap for me. So it's about Ned Nwoko, our senator, grandfather. Maybe it's our grandfather. Anyway, this is not time to laugh tonight. So please, let's just get a message across to our young people. You understand? I'm trying as much as possible to let this program be just for 1 hour, because I'm working in the morning. But it depends on our TikTok people. They might want to stay and garden for a long time, But what I will do to them for tonight, if they are garden, I'll just go. But I'll try and do this for just 1 hour or 1.5 hours to get a message across to our young people, and then put the blame and shame aside for now, because that's not what we need about domestic violence and substance misuse. This story broke out yesterday where Ned Nwoko, Ned Nwoko is a senator, a Nigerian senator, high profile man, and about 6 years ago or so, he brought this girl out after about 5 wives, and then he's a Muslim and he married her. And people were like, this is a young girl that was born into acting. Her mother is an actress, and so this particular young girl, Regina Daniels, is an actress herself, young girl that was born into acting. And then just all of a sudden at 18, the mother decided to give her hands out to marriage to this man. So it was a bit of dramas at that time because people felt like she was being ushered into this marriage by her mother, because they said, according to gist at that time, she had a boyfriend that she was dating, and so they just it brought her out, and then they got married. Of course, it's just of recent that, it's maybe you saw it coming. Of recent, we just know that the guy said they met 3 weeks and he decided to marry her. 3 weeks of courtship. So there are certain things I want us to discuss tonight: courtship before marriage, substance misuse, and domestic violence. You can see we're getting something out of this case. So, like I say, on this platform, we just don't talk. We want to get something out that we all can learn from, as young children that we are. I am a child. So, the mother is a single mother, and so it was only her mother that gave her hands in marriage. The father came out to say he wasn't part of it. Anyway, they had the wedding done, and she has been living the baby girl lifestyle, as we know. She has been living what? The baby girl lifestyle. When you are in that movie industry, you have to live well. Like, you must belong. You gotta belong. Please help me to attack on TikTok now. Please help me. Please, I beg you. Please. So she decided to, get into this man, because of course at 18, over 18, you are a marriageable person. You are not being that's not child abuse. Ade, thank you so much, ma. I appreciate the gift. Thank you. Let me just talk on it before. Okay, you want to come up, but I really want to talk on it before we come up. Let me just a brief introduction to what we are talking about. So definitely, we were all happy for her. At least, like her mother said, it's better to cry in a Lamborghini than to, and that's most of our saying, that it's better to cry in a Lamborghini than cry with on a keke napep. Look, domestic violence can be in any home, that we have been discussing before. Whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whatever caliber of yours in the society, domestic violence happens. So we will not say, it's because the man is older and is taking advantage of you, that's why you are being, abused. No, it can happen. Even young couple, young age, like 25 to 25, domestic violence can still happen. 50 with 50 can still happen. And we have seen a lot in our society. And it's not only our society, everywhere in the whole world, we can see, we know. So, but when this thing happened, like, she has been living that kind of life, and they have portrayed the marriage to be a perfect one, even though with the age difference. We have seen Shadi Okoye. I always use her as an example. You understand? Of course, we don't know what happens behind, just like what we are seeing now. But we have seen Shadi Okoye's marriage being perfect. For us onlookers, we can see that she's been happy, the man is happy, even though she's the sixth wife or the 10th wife or 12th wife. Momiwa Adebimpe, I love you, ma. So she has been happy in her marriage. She's got 3 lovely children, beautiful children, and they're doing very well, for the man, an older man. So we will not say, don't go and marry an old man, and then you're not being seen as a gold digger because you're marrying an older person. It happens here too. I have seen, but here people are saying, I want the Oyinbo people, they will do it for, if they want to do it, they will do it. Like, thank you so much, HLM Gold Empress. Thank you so much. So, like, they will do it for that. But, it can happen, like I said. So, marriage, we would never say, don't marry an older person. And we will not condemn anybody that decides to, any lady that decides to marry an older man. In the olden days, what we know, and we were brought up to believe that older men takes care of younger girls more than their age mates. when you're married to an older person, it is just a common sense that, you're marrying somebody older than you, like a father to you. That person will be able to take care of you, nurture you like his own daughter, love you, give you all the peace. And that's what you're looking for, to be the baby girl of the family, to be the baby girl coming into a polygamy home with 5 wives. One expects, and she's the youngest, one will expect that, this man that Winifred, thank you, this man that I'm going into the marriage, and for the mother to decide to give her daughter marriage in a hand in marriage, will expect that an older man will take care of you. That has always been the thing. Ola double gold, how are you, ìyàwó mi? Ṣé wà okay? Whether I mean come. So one will always believe that no matter what, àgbàlagbà will take care of ọmọdé. No matter, they will nurture you, they will love you, they will care for you, and then you can have that life. You understand? Just like Shade Okoya, the way she's living, and most people will say she's one of those that they are seeing, living that kind of life, and they are saying she has portrayed polygamy as a place you wish to go into in our own society. She's somebody every girl is looking up to. She married a billionaire and she's living very well, and you can see that she's in charge, and most of our young girls want to be like her. Even we Yarugo self want to be like her. It's just that it's too late, like seriously. So we are not going to condemn polygamy, and we're not going to condemn an older person marrying a younger girl, in as much as you're going to find your happiness there. Kikelomo, sister mi, ekaboma. But the truth is, right from the onset, people blamed Bale. How are you, sir? Thank you so much. People blamed the mother, and they felt like even without the father's blessing to the marriage, that it was like a rush thing. And for the man to say they met only 3 weeks, there is danger in it. Believe me, when you don't court, it does affect relationship, marriage. Believe me, I have seen it before. You can compare a marriage that went through courtship and compare it to a marriage that never went through it. Doing courtship is not just because you want to do basbos to yourselves. So many things you'll find out when you're courting. That's why it's not good to rush into any marriage, whether it is for older men or for younger man or anybody. When you rush in, you rush out. When you're courting, it is when you know yourselves. That time it's when to gather whatever you want in yourselves, you want to see. I have seen a marriage that because they've been having issue, and then the lady had to beg the man and say, come, what is happening? We got married since we've been married for years, and because they met, they said, the guy said they met only 6 months and they got married. Of course, you can meet within 6 months and know yourselves. And you know what the man said? The man said maybe because we didn't court well. You understand? Maybe the courtship wasn't, we didn't court ourselves. We didn't know ourselves very well. I guess we rushed into this. And so they've been having issue even till today. So many of us will rush into marriage. Wolima Bikade Ashe Oshofa, how are you, ma? We rush into marriage because we have met this guy online, or because of my mother is the boy is my mother's friend's son, or whatsoever. Because it's kind of matchmaking, and you want to do it fast. Omo, you will go out of it no matter what. I've said it. People stop saying because he's a rich man and she wanted it and she left her husband and her boyfriend. No, even though you understand, I wouldn't look into that. But that is not where we're going tonight. Tonight, the guy has come out to show. There is a video that came out. We don't even know if that video, who released the video, and for what purpose. But I will say she said something in the video. She said, I'm tired of this marriage, the domestic violence, whatsoever goes on in the marriage. I am like a queen in my own family home, and in Ned Nwoko's home, I am nothing. It goes to show us, for many of us that we are watching things online, social media is a scam. Social media what is a scam. We look at relationship. It's not only social media alone though, but for our celebrities, I would say it is scam because they want us to believe whatever we see. But life itself, you go to church, you go to mosque, your pastor and his pastor missus will fight at home. The man is as useless as anything. Was it not until we saw this pastor, what's his name? Pastor, that divorced, this popular one. It was then when they were living separately for a very long time, until we got to know that, there was even one pastor that impregnated another person from Ghana, and the person came. So a lot of relations, even Igila's own, Pastor Igila. So even the way they portray themselves in church, the best mommy pastor, Oyakilome, thank you so much, Chris Oyakilome's own. Chris Oyakilome is an example. Igila is an example. So many of them, they are the ones we are going to put our trouble into, to show, all the wahala we have at home, we'll go on. But they have their own issues. But the way they come out and pretend as if the marriage is perfect, and we see them as perfect couple. So many of us, we live in our homes as like strangers. Even though you are age mates, you live as strangers. Some are like, just you use your own room, I use my own room, nothing is binding us together. So many marriages are like that. And then you come out and pretend to the whole world that it is sweet. What she said in that clip shows that there has always been issue. I can remember about 3 or 2 weeks ago, there was rumor of separation. And so it was Ned that put it in the story. You understand? In that story, like, my baby is living a baby girl life, where rumors going on, kiniko, and then she came out with diamond ring. What? So there is always, when you hear some rumor, there is always an iota of truth. And so the rumor of separation was debunked. Don't forget what I do. I sell glasses. Please, this is Chanel. You understand? I have different glasses. I've got Chanel. I've got Katia. I think this is Katia. This is Chanel. So I've got different glasses. Prescription frames. You can call me for prescription frames. Send me your DM and I will get back to you. And I've got fashion glasses, party glasses. That's what I do on my program. Please don't forget. Don't let me go and start looking for a big man to marry. Okay? So, like I said, surely there was that rumor, and it came to debunk the rumor by posting, and then she herself coming out. But believe me, if you are wise, you will have seen that there are things not right. There is this challenge that's going on TikTok or on social media, useless husband or something. And we saw the video of a old senator in their private room, quiet private moment. So I guess they have just finished doing something. Or we just saw Regina coming out to wash her teeth, if you remember, to brush her teeth, and she came out, and there Ned was still sleeping, and we saw Ned Nwoko coming out. Do you understand? And he brought out his willy to wee. It was an eyesore. Because when I saw it, Mr. Shegun Adigun, we couldn't do that again. Sorry. Okay, can get back. See, Emma Binu, sir. I wanted to get back with the Emma Binu. Ọlọ́run àmàdá yìí náà lòun tẹ̀bá ti pé Ọlọ́run. I changed the topic tonight because there was somebody I wanted to bring online for you guys to help me out with a very, very serious matter. but we changed, the plan because I couldn't get in to see some people to because it's a very serious matter. I'll let you all know when the time comes. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Shegun Adigun. God bless you. So, the guy was doing his. I don't understand. Maybe they just had that nice time, and it came out, to win. Do you understand? To win, and we saw him bringing out his willy. Of course, she quickly covered him up, but you could see in her face, even on her face, that she was like, Joe. Now, let's now talk about this video. He brought out that video. You really, Fred, you were shocked. Nobody would have thought a man of his caliber, no matter, okay, sincerely, let's put something out. You older men, you grandpas that you are looking for young girls to marry, that is how they will be bringing your willy out on social media. I am sorry for you, sirs. Because some of you have no sense. You are looking for why you go and marry a baby. Regina is still a baby. She's still a baby. She will do baby things. And there was how she now brought out your willy, a whole senator. Anyway, there are a lot of things that we see online, but a lot of videos have started coming up, and we'll talk about the videos. But now, let's handle what we have to handle tonight first. Yes, she said she's not been happy, and we have seen that they have been portraying the marriage to be a perfect marriage. Maybe because you are in a relationship, you are in a marriage, and because of the fact that you don't want people to talk, you have been in that marriage and you are wallowing in pain. It's time for you to come out as a woman or a man. I am using this opportunity of Regina's case, like I have always preached. Please, no matter what the shame the society is going to, put on you. Yes, I spent so much money to do this wedding. It's less than a year. If you don't cut well, you end up having issues. During courtship, there are a lot of things you will have picked. If this is not a man for you, you will have known. Some individuals cannot, stand somebody fatting. So some will not like it. When you are, naturally, when you first meet a lady or a man, you understand, a guy and a man, before you can fart in front of that person, it takes a long time. Even to go and poo, you are always like, as if he doesn't yagbe too, or she doesn't yagbe too, or he doesn't wee, or you understand. I heard one story with Oriyomi Hamzat. He said, my husband left me talk, but only man so that I fart a lot. Look, it's a natural thing to fart, to yaso pass gas. So some individuals cannot take it. I have a couple where I was living before. The man doesn't like smell. So even you as a guest, if you go to their house, you must not poo. Because if you poo and it's at home, you won't enter that house for the whole day. You will have seen some things in a man or a woman that you don't like, and you feel, oh, this is not the type for me. But okay, let's assume I met you. You are not the type that likes somebody farting in front of you. And after marriage, it is when we got married, I just say, maybe we are married now. Because you're it has become wahala. So lots of people have their do's and don'ts. When you're courting, you will have known your do's and don'ts. If truly, because there is an accusation of substance misuse now, if it is true that she's now misusing her substance, peradventure she was doing it before they met. But because they never courted, he wouldn't know. Just like any of you, that you are meeting people online, you just falling in love 1 day, 2 days, you are married. I met you last week. Next week, my mother has been pressuring me. I have to get married. I used to tell my daughter, when are you bringing? But I felt, no, don't push, don't stop pushing. Are you okay? You are one of those that are preaching, please know what you want, and then you are pushing your girl. You don't push anybody. When it is time for them to bring the right man or the right woman home, they will bring home. If you push anybody, this is what happens. Now, she said that in the video. And so, we have established the fact that there is domestic violence, and they have been putting makeup on the marriage to make it look as if it's a perfect marriage. Just like most of us. I advise you tonight, please don't fake it. If a man eats you once, he will eat you 100 times 100. A man that cannot eat a woman will never raise his hand on you. Never. Instead, he will just walk out. I've seen men that you will slap, the wives will slap, they will look at this and just move away. It's not because they are abroad. It's because they have not been taught to beat a woman. It's not in their DNA. A man that can eat you has that in his DNA to eat you, and he will continue to eat you. So if you're in a marriage and the man keeps beating you, but because of your church members, your family members, you don't want anybody to know, please do not stay in that marriage. It doesn't worth it. You are going to go just like the others that have gone through that means. Okay? So, they have been painting it. Okay? And then, she has been pretending as if everything was good. Because, they have always bashed her that she married a grandpa. And so, she didn't want anybody to know what she was going through. Now, when we saw the video, and people were saying, Nwoko. In fact, I was one of those that said, immediately I saw it, I said, this man should resign. What the hell? If there is domestic violence allegation against a sitting senator here abroad, anybody holding public office, if there is like this corruption that happens in Nigeria as if it's a norm. Yeah. Here, if anybody is accused of any corruption, little one, last one, they will resign honorably. But because in our country, yeah, they don't resign. No, they stay there no matter what. When there was the rape allegation, what was the allegation against the Senate president? What was the allegation? The man is still there as the Senate president. One would have thought that they will, suspend him and carry out their investigation, and then, but he stays there. He's still there as the Senate president. Do you understand? So Nigeria is not a place where. So I was thinking, okay, if this is true, domestic violence. But then I now had another thought. Okay, accusation of domestic violence, allegation of it, but we have never seen where she herself or there's any bruise that we have seen on her that could give us an insight into, could she be going through domestic violence? You understand? No. That's not the Uber driver. Akpabio, yes. What was the accusation with Senator Natasha? Senator Natasha said he was doing advances or something, but there was, a big one on him. You understand? So immediately, I thought, okay, he should have resigned. And I was saying, okay, we never saw any, bruises on her. And then the video we saw, we didn't see Senator slapping her or hitting her directly. So it's just a video and it was just an allegation. We just heard people shouting, holding her, some people talking to her, and some saying, if anytime the senator touches my sister again. But we never saw the physical abuse live and direct. So one would have thought, okay, maybe it's just an allegation. And so that was what we thought about. And I said, okay, maybe it's going to come out and clear hair on that. And then we saw Auntie me, Auntie Kemi, for the first time, I'm trusting you on your stories. For the very, very first time. Kemi Olunloyo came out this morning and said, she spoke with Senator Nwoko, and that the senator told her certain things, that she was very sad because the senator said, of course, initially she said her son spoke with Regina's brother, and Regina's brother confirmed that it was domestic violence that has been going on in the family, and that Ned has been eating the sister for a very long time, and they have been keeping quiet about it. And then she now said, the man now showed her videos, sent her videos of Regina destroying things at home. Look, some of us do it. Do not lie. When you are fighting with your... So when you are... Look, another thing take home tonight. If you meet a girl and you are dating her or a man, and when you have any issue, most especially our girls, if you meet a girl and your son came home today and said, you think as a lawyer you will know better. Your son comes back today and say, my girlfriend... No, Winifred, they said it's not her that did that. They said the girlfriend, when your son comes back today and say, my wife or my girlfriend broke the windscreen of our clinic and I love her. Tell him that therefore his head is not correct. If he marries that kind of a girl, ọmọ buni kò wá láti ilé eré. Again, no, Yorùbá sister mi ojú abẹ, and kò ń ṣe ọmọ rẹ, ojú abẹ, I love her Yorùbá. Ti gbàgbọ́ yìí máa sọ Yorùbá wọn. So irú yẹn kò ń ṣe ọmọ rẹ. If it means you going quietly to pray that does not work, the marriage does not work, the relationship will not work, because once a girl is a destroyer, you marry her, you have a little misunderstanding, you see her breaking table, that is when you see them. They just take the mirror picture that you have together, tear it, they get everything. If I want to be no ayé tó bá ayé tí ṣe wọ́n láti inú ilé wọn, wọ́n máa bà nǹkan jẹ́, they will destroy, they will not see any reason for not destroying things. So when I saw that video, we saw the video of Ferrari. Hey, kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run, Ferrari, they can buy the whole my house here. The windscreen can buy the house. We saw the windscreen broken. We saw, she destroyed a lot of things. And so, but because it was Kemi Olunloyo that said it, I didn't believe it. I said, Auntie Kemi can lie for Africa. Hey, Auntie Kemi can lie, yo. So I didn't believe it. I said, let's wait for Senator to come out. And so, when the senator came out, he was open enough to say the same thing Kemi Olunloyo told us. Sorry. And he said, she was never like that. He said she was never like that. He said she was never like that. That all of a sudden she changed. If we're looking at that paragraph of Regina was never like this, what caused her being like this? Like I told you, they never courted. That's one thing. But they've been married for the past 6 years now or so. And they've been living the baby lifestyle, the sugar daddy enjoyment of, But with the right up, Regina was not always like this. Her current battle with drugs and alcohol abuse is the root of our problem. So he said she has never been like that. If it is true that this particular girl that you met as a virgin, like Daddy said, and I heard that you guys come and hear. They said all these girls that they tell you that they are virgins, that there are ways they do it now. They go to Turkey. Don't let them know that I told you, boys, come. It's hard to find a virgin now. Very, very hard, very difficult. So be careful. They say they will go to, in the olden days, we use Kilamanlo, I've forgotten. to tighten the place. But now you know what they say, allegedly they go to Turkey to close the obo. They will close it pai, even if it is koto ọ̀run. Even if it is koto ọ̀run that you will enter and go bam. But when they go and do the reconstruction of Toto, when you go in there, I think I'm going to do it. I'm thinking of doing reconstruction. Oh my God. That because most of these girls now that they have used them, I'm not saying she did though anyway, I'm just trying to let us know that because of the reconstruction, they will tell you they are virgins. And so most of, we use corn potash, no, potash, no, not potash, corn potash. No, we use the other one. You know. We use that one that they use in cleaning snail. That's what we use during our own time. When you meet a new boyfriend and you want him to feel that you are tight, we use that to clean up. Alum, thank you. Let me clap for you. Alum. During our own time, alum was very expensive because that was what we were using. You wash your teeth with alum and the teeth will be so tight that when you are going to a new man and he enters, Omo, you are tight too. You say, I don't know why you're so tight. I say, yes, I have never. It's been a long time. The only boyfriend I had only one before I met you. And so, and you know, it's been a long time. You understand? That it's been a long time. But the guy will not know that many waters has passed through him. Some of us want to be a do what papa to padi. Along we make it tight. And so, but during their own time now, the world has changed. There is where you can go and do normal reconstruction. And so they say most of these girls, when they say the husband says, I met my wife as a virgin, it's because the person has gone to do reconstruction. I don't know, but that's what we heard. Anyway, but for this girl, she was just a young girl at 18, and she might have been a virgin. And so a girl you met as a virgin and you married, sir, what changed her within 6 years? What were those things that got her? Winifred, don't go try that one. What were those things that got her into substance misuse? Like he said she was a good girl, but all of a sudden she changed. She changed and started taking substance. Yes, there are certain things that makes women go and do things that it's not their wish. Remember, this is a man with 5 wives before her. And so you wonder how many times they meet, as they meet like this. You wonder how many times they meet. Yes, 2 days ago was Oni of Ife's birthday, 51st birthday. Happy birthday to our royal father. Congratulations. And very soon we are going to give you one good news. Very soon. I love you, babes. Now, the king, they were joking, and his wives, he has knocked 6 doors. And so his wives were there and they were playing. And you remember what Olori, what's her name? Olori, that one that left. Olori, that beautiful girl. Olori Naomi said that they pay Olori Amakpo laughing. He now asked one of them, Olori Gonkeke, are you still praying that Olori Amakpo laughing? And that one said, Lagbara Olori Amakpo laughing, that will be more than this. The wives will be more than this. And I could see Dr. Olori, my beautiful black beauty. Ashley, what did she do back? But the thing is, the man was joking and he now looked at her and said, how many is my body? You want to kill me? See, this one is enough. He was joking. And that is the truth. A lot of people have wondered How do men with multiple wives, how do they satisfy their wives at home? I remember when Oni took those wives, people were asking, how will he be satisfying them? 6 women, how will he be satisfying them? You know, but that one is a royal father. Let's leave that one. So for this man with 6 wives, and then age is not on his side. This guy is over 60 and having a girl of 18 or more. You know the girl is still awo, is still dele. She can do 5 rounds, kò ní sú. Even me, I can still do some rounds. Not to talk of a younger girl like this. So, and already she has 2 children. The man is already telling the whole world that he can still marry wives. And so, despite the fact that he has 5 wives, he will still have concubines out there. There are ladies out there. He will still satisfy them. So, for a young girl like this that needs sexual time with a man, aside from the money, of course, a lot of people will say, did she not open her eyes and see that this man is older than her before she got married to him? No, ladies don't think like that. Oh. When we see money, our DNA is about money. We love money, especially Nigerian babes. The lifestyle this man was going to give you, you wouldn't have, you like, And like most of us mothers, I can see so many of us because we live abroad. But for most Nigerian women, mothers will push their children to go and marry a married man that is rich. Am I not saying the truth? Princess Abby, welcome. Everybody, welcome. Collins, they will push their children. You will always, they are satisfying him, not the other way. I don't get it, Ademola. You understand? You will push your child. Your child comes home. Poverty is eating people up in Nigeria. That is the truth. So many of I advised 2 days ago. I said, ladies, know your worth. Know that you can do it yourself. You don't need to wait on a man to make you who you are. Number 1, this girl is a young girl. She has a long way to go in life. She was born into acting. She had everything to her advantage. Being an actress, being born into that industry. Do you know Funke Akindele, why she's striving more than others? One of those things is the fact that she started as a young girl in I Need to Know. She started like our own contemporaries. She is one of those that started, and then if you look at that industry very well, those ones that are born into industry, like Jide Kosoko's children, Adebayo Salami's children, you can see that they are doing very well because they were born in there, they know everything, and their parents will direct them. You understand? So, she has everything to her advantage. The industry already will put her through because she's a child of the industry. We've seen videos of when she was a baby, she acted with the Nollywood stars. So for her getting married to this man, I can always relate to Ojuku's wedding to Bianca. If you are my age mate here, you remember those years, that year when they got married. People were like, Bianca, the most beautiful girl in the whole world. Why? This. But Bianca's own was love. Because Bianca's parents were very rich and comfortable too. Yes, Ojukwu was a big man, was very rich. 1994. Can't remember the year. But they got married because of love. Not because of money that people thought it was. But Bianca's parents were very rich too. So not this type of poverty-striking nation that we have now, where parents will willingly give their children out in marriage for any man, all for the money. Do you understand? So for her getting married to this man as at that time, People felt it was because she wanted to live above her means and that her mother was instrumental to that marriage. And so, you now want to think about it. Yes, you want to think about it. Was it because of sexual urge that made her to change? That in net, and I'm talking to you, sir. What made your wife change? Could it be that she was lacking the affection she thought she was going to get from you? Because I'm sure when she was meeting you, she would have thought she would be the last wife, and you have told the whole world that you are still looking for another virgin to marry. Oh, you love watching African movies. Cynthia Combs, oh, God bless you. She's a lovely girl. You understand? So, one will have to so is it because of sex, sir? Have you sexed yourself well? For every one of us that are married, if your marriage is going through this, have a rethink. What is happening? Men or women? What is it? Is it what's lacking in my marriage that's shaking the marriage? Why has my wife changed all of a sudden? What have I been doing that is making her feel this way? If you're talking of substance misuse, for her to have gone through that part, have you ever noticed before, even when you first got married to her, that she was into this and you kept it and you have been portraying her to be a good girl? Why all of a sudden? People have said they don't believe your story, sir. Because, not that they don't believe that she's into substance misuse, but for the domestic violence, is it because of the fact that you hit her that she spoiled your car? She destroyed those cars, not because you said she destroyed all these things when she was under the influence of drugs. That anytime she's under that influence, she destroys things. But people have said it doesn't look like that. Do you understand? That it seems because you were eating her and then she destroyed those things. So even let's assume that what you have told us is true, that she wasn't like that, but she was influenced. Mind you, he mentioned somebody's name being a supplier of substance to Regina. And then he now mentioned one of our favorites, Anne Idibia. He didn't mention Idibia's name, but he said Anne. And we can see that Anne is close to her. And he even called her name. Let me read it out so that we will understand. He actually called her name like Nwoko. Oh, good. Mo fẹ́ kà yẹn gangan ni. I don't want to. Oh, God. Okay. Regina was not always like this. Her current battle with drugs and alcohol abuse is the root of our problem. She must continue her rehabilitation program, or I fear for her life and safety. Yes, he said definitely it was because of the drugs and alcohol. What pushed Regina to alcohol if not that she's going through something emotionally with you? The abuse might not be the physical one initially. What pushed a young girl of 22 or 23 to alcohol and substance under your roof as a wife, somebody who has never been doing it before? So people will hold you responsible, sir, even though you have come out to clear yourself of domestic abuse. But for the fact that she started drugs under you, sir, you are like a father figure to her. No matter what. I've seen the videos surfacing where I hope they learn, Obong. where you were, I think you must have had a problem and they came to beg you with the mother, and then you were saying she doesn't respect me as a father. Daddy, the person wey you dey knack, you dey make she dey respect you as a father. Abeg, you don sell your pèmí lórúkọ kò dẹ̀ fa mí ní irùngbọ̀n. That one, you were saying she doesn't respect you as a father. Of course, she will not respect you again. Person wey you dey do gbas with. You understand? So definitely, she must have been going through emotional abuse under you. And we saw a video, sir. Guys, if you go and watch that video, I think I'm going to post it, and I'm sure you will have seen it, where she was doing live chat. Remember the live chat? She was on live chat on TikTok, and the man walked in. Look, naturally, I think most of us neglected it. We did not look into that video, and we felt, hey man, this man, because that was you saw it, what? That was the comments. Oh, love me, love. It is not love. It is being a narcissist. For you to come into a room, she was with her people, like the way I am addressing you people now, and my husband comes in. When you see that I start shaking, she wasn't drinking, she wasn't taking her tea like Ajoke, she was talking to people, and he came behind and said, who are you speaking with? Who are you speaking with? And she said, no, I'm on live chat. He didn't even understand. He said, then who are you talking with? And she said, I'm on live chat. And he said, can they hear me? Go and watch it. And she said, yes, they are hearing you. That was when he now left her, and she smiled, and she started the live chat again. No, you don't shake, because I cannot shake here because my husband enters the room, unless he has told me, Ajoke, stop doing videos. If he has warned me severally on videos, on live chats, don't do live chats again, and I do it, when I see him, I will fidget. It's natural. For you to fidget when you are on your phone, when your man comes in, that means there is control issue going on there in that family. Believe me, there is an abuse going on in that family with that relationship. When you fidget, when you see your man, you are speaking with your friend. This relationship is the type that you cannot speak to friends freely. You are under bondage, you are under control. Coerce is going on there. When you cannot on your own speak with anybody you choose to speak with, you fidget, you look when your husband is not around before you speak to your family members. Because what these men do, the narcissists, what they do is that they take you away from your family members, friends, anybody that will be there for you to open your eyes to what they do. So when you say that there is something going on, it's not well, you have no right to call anybody unless I give you permission. Anywhere you go, you're being guided there. She will look at it as a status in the society where I cannot go out alone. At least we have soldiers, bodyguards, and because of the society where we are, they are always there. But sometimes it's to control her. It's sometimes, most of it is to know where she goes and where she will not go. If you are in that relationship, Omo, you have a long way to go. For Nwoko, that video has surfaced again to tell us that she has been going through abuse, but she never mentioned it to anybody. Because he didn't know if she was on live video. He thought it was just, so you can imagine what he would have done seeing her on her phone and not knowing who she was speaking with. Maybe if she had not said, I'm on live, he would have slapped her. I don't know. I'm just saying, allegedly, before Honorable come and carry that girl from abroad, he has the money. Sir, I am not saying you did it. You understand? Daddy, please. You understand? So, for her, maybe if that girl did not say I was on video call, I was doing live, he would have slapped her. So you can imagine what she's going through behind. So if it is true, Daddy, that you said she wasn't like that, part of what we are saying has shown us that there was domestic violence going on, emotional one that she could not tell the whole world. Because if you are being monitored by your man, that you cannot make a phone call and he has to know who you're speaking with. He was asking frantically, who are you speaking with? Who is that? Who is that? Papa want to die. But mind you, most of these older men that marry small children, that is how they are always feeling, because some of that they know that the thing cannot satisfy the girl. They will still go and marry, and then at the end of the day, they will now be monitored. They become a monitoring spirit to the girl. So jealousy has stepped in to always know who she speaks with. Now, sir, for Regina, let's read on, please. Man like dada. You said she must continue her rehabilitation program, or I fear for her life and safety. People have raised eyebrow on that. That peradventure you have come out to clear yourself of this allegation of domestic violence, and she might not be doing drugs, but I want to believe little that she might be doing it. Okay, don't let's close our eyes to the fact that, because we are all learning here. You understand? The brother that has come out to talk has not denied the fact, or herself or the family has not come out to deny the fact that she was doing drugs. That was why the husband did that. Anyway, you said you fear for her life. People have said, is it that you know that people already know that you are after her life, and if anything happens, they have said it's not me. Now she has moved to a place where she will have unrestricted access to drugs. So she has moved out of daddy's house. Yeah, and he is afraid, he's scared that the way she has moved now to the family's house, she can always be buying her drugs without any restriction. Nobody to tell her not to do it. No denial of anything she wants now. She can even have sex with any man she wants now because she's on her own. Like I said, what have you deprived Regina that made her to start taking drugs? People have said because as a young girl, she might have been lacking enough sex that you cannot satisfy her very well. Or peradventure, the emotions, most of these girls, they won't think of it when they are going into that relationship, that the man cannot have time for you, not even about sex alone, because most of you have sex toys. That's what you will think of. Go and buy sex toy, jare, shebi you go dey use am, e go dey help you, shebi Nkechi Blessing dey sell am, you go and buy sex toy. The sex toy alone might not be enough. You need your man around you. Young girls, listen to me. If you're ready to get married and you're thinking of being the sixth wife like my beautiful girl here, have a thought on this. You need sex, don't lie. We all do. Ladies, even the rubber, it doesn't do well for us. But let's even assume some of you are enjoying the rubber. But the intimacy between a man and a woman is far different from just the sexual satisfaction we get. You want to speak with your man at the time you want to speak with him. Come on, Mr. Ned, has this girl been able to contact you the right time she wants to? For you girls that you are looking for a big man to marry, consider this. He's not always going to be there for you 24/7 like your broke nigga. Yeah? Know that, and know that for sure. He's having your time now because you are still out there as a girlfriend. You are the baby girl. That's why he's still doing it with you. He will go and use alomo, gbogbo àwọn to use baba grandpa to get it high. So that's why you are having enough of him. And then he will give you time because you are the one out there. If you call him, hello, Zazie, missing you. Zazie will say, I will land from Abuja tomorrow, and you will see Zazie. So he has your time. He will, this old man, that is when you will see that my age mates that you are here. When you start seeing your men with their phone 24/7, they have one babe, one young girl that is making their head scatter. At that time, they have time for her. They will text him. You see, when you are coming, they will start shaking. Ah, man, God will see you too. And you will be doing like a child talk camo. People can you monk. Then you will be doing like this. That's when they have your time there because you are still out there. Yeah, they are cheating on us. That's why. So think about it. When you come in, they are not going to have your time that much. So the time is not going to be there for you again. You lack sex, you lack time with your man. What most of your mates are enjoying in their marriages, my dear, you are not going to enjoy it in this marriage. I am just advising you. Think about it. It's either you go for the money and strictly enjoy it. Some girls are sensible. They know what they are going in for. How can you marry Nwoko? Look at his age now. And you expect him to be knocking you every day for his children. He cannot knock you every day. Once in a year or twice a year. Maybe if you are lucky 3 times a year or 4 times. Because other wives are there and babes are out there. So, always have that at the back of your mind. Yeah? Wilfred, well, nursing. Have it at the back of your mind that once you get there, there is no tit-a-tat again. It's difficult for him to. He's a senator. We have enough issue in Nigeria. There was a rumor of coup plotting this just 2 days ago. He has that to handle. And now the issue of marriage is there. So these men have businesses to think about. Age is not on their side. Businesses are there. Plenty children are there for them to look after. So for them to come and sit with one young girl every day and be saying, do you know what Sarah did to me today? Zazie, do you know what? It's your broke nigga that has time for tit-a-tat every day. You can't have it in all. No, you can't have all in one. No. Marriage is not to this big men. It's not buy one, get one free. It's buy one, get nothing. Buy one, -1 under you. Yes. No time for that. You need, if you're looking for love, real love, for young girls, please go for your mates. That you people can talk about what is happening, the trending thing. This man cannot know trending thing. That is why he was coming out with his oko. He was going to win. You go and put camera on his willy. If it is your mate now, 2 of you can do that challenge together. You'll have told him, honey, babe, my babe, how do you people call yourselves now? This young couple, babe, tonight we are going to do. You can see most of this young couple now. That's what they do. They are into content creator. You want to carry Baba to come and do content creator with you. You come and open his willy for everybody to see. So, my dear, you cannot have it in that man. Know what you're coming in for. So, for both of you, I am now telling, and for all of us learning here, you are going to marry a married man or a man with multiple wives. Please know that there are no 2 ways to it. It's either you cheat out there. You cannot tell me most of this with multiple wives, they are not giving their wives best out there. There is someone out there that is doing your dear. Most of them, I'm not lying, A man with 6, 7 wives, you are wasting your time. There are men out there helping you to service your babes. So, I'm not saying anything, but that's what I think happened to her. Maybe she lacked the communication that she needed. She lacked the affection that she thought she could get from you. And then the monitoring will not even allow her to go and do side hustle. What is the side hustle? She couldn't do it. So it could be. I'm not saying anything. Let's read on. You said now she has moved to a place where she will have unrestricted access to drugs. Now, unrestricted access to drugs. Because you are not power tapping, you see. Please power tap, guys. Oh, help me to power tap. Want to come and puzzle? Let me do puzzle, please. Please power tap now, guys. Power tap, please. Please help me to power tap. They are putting puzzle because we are not engaging. You're not engaging. Please engage with the creator. Please engage with me, please. You know. So he has made something clear to you, the family now, that she has moved to your place and she will have unrestricted. So he has been restricting her from getting all these things while she was there, if it is true. You understand? So for the family, let's forget about all the noise we are making. You know the truth about this relationship. You know the truth. If your child is into substance misuse, we parents do know. Yeah? If you're living with your child and you're seeing some behavior in them, you will know when they have started. There is no doubt. It might take long, but God will just open your eyes, you will see. So for Regina, if it is true, Baba will have, mentioned that to the mother, reported her severally. That because as he's saying it, that he has been battling with it. So if it is true, the mother would have known, the family would have known. Mama Regina, look, I am not blaming you, I am a mother. The daughter can be living with you, the son can be living with you, and they go through this stage in their life. It is time for you to please, if you can still support her to get her out of that drugs, is a destroyer. Substance misuse has destroyed so many of our youths. So many. We living abroad, we can testify to it. Most of these young people now, they find substance as a way of life. Unless if God is with you. So, and in the industry where they are, and they have the money. Once they have the money, once they have the money, they can, because they have the money is so excessive. Some of them do not even know what to do with the money. Whitney is gone. So many of our young people that are supposed to be great in life have gone through it and they have gone with it. So if it is true and you know it, that because of who she is, the rich young girl that is married to, that the man is spoiling her with the money, it's not impossible that she starts using it. And for the fact that she has been deprived of your time, most of all these young ladies that are married to polygamists, their sixth wife, seventh wife, they find solace with their friends that are alike. They start forming friendship. Power tap, please. You guys are not doing anything here, please. The life is just empty. Why now on TikTok? They find solace in their friends, and so they start discussing all these things. Just like we married women, we discuss. It's just that my guy just passed here. We even discussed that, this man, why is he not doing it again? Why is it that? It be like say the thing on the tire the man. We discuss. So most of these young girls too that are married, they discuss with themselves, especially those of them in that industry too. They meet up. Maybe during discussion, you start talking about your issues. this baba wey I go marry attire now they give me money but no dey do am. Wetin I go do? They will teach you. They will start discussing about, why don't you try this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? And then maybe some people use substance, to cover the shame they are going through in the marriage. I know a lot of people have joked that, of course, the girl will have to use substance so that her eyes will be closed, because by the time she is doing to the man, she will not see the white hair. But I believe that's just a joke, But truly, I have seen somebody in the industry, in the Yoruba industry at that time. She had a man friend, but that man friend is so low to her. When you mean somebody who is low in the society but very rich, but it's like an agbero. You understand? Agbero to the core, not agbero like MC. MC is still tush. This one dirty looking but has the money. But this actress was dating him, and so anytime the man comes around, he lives in another state. Like, let's say he lives in Abeokuta and she lives in Lagos. So anytime he's coming to see her, she will have to drink to stupor. She will take a whole bottle of gin. Gin, as at that time, the gin we used to drink. What do you call it? What do you call that gin? See my bio. What are you writing? You are just throwing this. I don't understand. Gin. She will drink almost a bottle so that by the time she meets him, she will be so high. So many of them would say, okay, I want to do that before I do this. I cannot even allow him to. So I want to even close my eyes and let it for him to just come. You understand? She hasn't said anything yet. Yes. Thank you so much, Gorilla Boys. Thank you so much, Gorilla Boys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. She has not said anything. No, I know. But the man has said something. And so we are going by what the man has said. We are reading what the man has said. So it could be, we're just guessing, like, what could have been, what could have pushed her into substance misuse. But I would say peer pressure on most of these our young people could push them into doing things like that. You understand? Peer pressure could lead them to substance misuse, just like our own children that are still living under us. So for you, the parents now, the mother especially, because you know her better and you know the truth. Of course, she might be going through dirty marriage, yeah, but you know the truth about the drugs if she's taking it. You understand? You said, what if it's lying? That if it's lying, I'm not going into that. What if it's the truth? Do you understand? You understand? What if it is the truth? Let's talk of if it is the truth. Duke, thank you so much. Duke of Britain, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What if it is true? So let's talk of if it is true. Because if she had not come out to say, I know the brother has posted some things online. He posted her eating ice. I don't know what the ice was for. Ice block. And then blood-stained clothes, which shows that domestic violence has been going on. Thank you so much, Duke. So he had posted those things on his stories that the man is lying, obviously, but they have not debunked the substance misuse at all since yesterday. They have not debunked it, and that's thank you so much, Duke. They have not debunked it, and so let's assume that she's into it. And the man has said it out here. And he did not say it alone. I'm still going to read on. He mentioned names of those suppliers. You understand? So surely, if it is true, mommy, this is the time your daughter needs you. The society itself, this is the time Regina needs us. Like I said, it's not time for blaming. Yes, she has made a mistake. Maybe she did not leave the marriage because of the society. Maybe because she has seen this in it, and then she has stayed in the marriage and relied on substance instead of relying on you as a society to support her if the marriage is not working out. Let's assume that, she's gone into the marriage as the sixth wife because of Ojukokoro, and she has allowed herself to be coerced into it by her mother. Yes, because of what they will get out of it, poverty. And so she got in there. But then, trying as much as possible to enjoy marriage as a young girl that's enjoying her marriage. And then she got into this. But because if she had come out to tell you as a society that, look, this is not what I want in a marriage, you'll have said, Koton dear, is it not all about money? Okay, but it don't do for you. And then you'll be batching her mother. But that's why she has been in the marriage, and she relied on substance and friends. If we, the society, have been very receptive enough when people come out with their issues, if we are not being judgmental most of the time when young girls or men come out that, look, this marriage is over, even within 6-7 months, if we have not been judgmental, maybe they will have been coming out well to say that, look, I'm tired of this marriage. And most of them will just rely on substance and friends. You understand? So let's assume it is. Yeah? Daddy, you have sent, she has left you. It is her mother now that needs to do something about it. Yes, the society will laugh at you. There is no big deal about it. I have said it. This is not the time for us to blame this girl now. I have not come here to blame Regina for marrying her grandpa. No, I am not one of those. I've come out to show my solidarity to her now because they said she's going through this. Not because I've married failed, no. Because anybody going through what she's going through, if it is true she's going through domestic violence and she's going through substance misuse, she doesn't need batching now. She needs our love. That's the only thing we can give to her. And then for us to remind the younger ones, they are still doing long tours looking for rich man from Abuja to marry, to know that it doesn't come as cheap as they think it is. No. Don't forget what I do. I sell glasses. Call me for all your prescription frames. Send your DM. Frames, prescription frames, and party glasses. That's what I do. Call me. So, mommy, hold on to the truth about this marriage. If you don't want Regina back in that home, yes, I think she's had enough of the wealth, the fame. If she says she's tired, welcome her back. And for most of you parents that during the wedding day, you're always telling your children, your girls, you have no place in this home again. Please, let's stop it. Let us what? Stop it. If your girl is getting married, do not tell her, don't come back here again. That is why they would rather stay in an abusive marriage, because their parents have told them on the wedding day that bye-bye forever. No. My daughter will still have a room here. Yes. My Obobiri, thank you so much, ma. Mo send message sí yín wípé kẹ́ má worry more. Any program that I share, I change them. I get more. God bless you, ma. That anytime your girl is getting married, okay, please let them know that their room is still vacant. In case they get there and it is not the envisage. I'm not saying we should not teach them patience, endurance. No, but marriage does not end only in endurance and marriage. Most of our girls are dying in abusive marriage because the parents have told them, don't come back home. And so they would rather die in that place than telling the whole world what they are going through. So please, open your arms now, mama. Yes, maybe you have failed in the first instance not listening to her, thinking about the money and money, because some of you are so greedy that even when your daughter is telling you, hey, this papa wey I go marry go kill me for house one day, you say, no, make you just dey endure am now. We never cash you enough. I'm not saying that's what happened in that marriage, no. But some of us, typical Nigerian woman, we want to hold on to that power, money, fame, and all that, the affluence that comes with this marriage. And so, if she had been complaining about the marriage initially, and you know about the abuse, it is time for you to welcome her back home. Do not let her go back, please, if it is true she went through domestic violence. Please, mama. Yes. It doesn't matter. And for you, young girl, yes, you have made the mistake. Yeah? It is the truth. You thought, and maybe because you were too young and you were misled into the marriage. 3 weeks marriage, courtship, it's madness. So you have been there. You have seen it all. You know what you want for your life. And you can tell what your contemporaries are getting in their marriages that they marry. Not that when you marry a young guy, you cannot go through the domestic violence. I've said it too. You can. And that is why I will say, I will never blame you on this. If you had married a younger guy, you might still have gone through this. So we are just trying as much as possible to balance these things up. But when you are already down, it is for you to stand up and pick your pieces and move. If it is true you are using substance, Regina's family, please, I beg you, I'm on my bended knees. Like I said earlier on, we are living abroad. We see the damage substance is causing our children here. When some of us talk, it's because we have experienced it. And we know how painful it is for a mother or a father to see his or her child going through that phase. It's not easy. And once they are addicted, it is a big deal. Well, when you have the support now, okay, Regina, you have the support. If it is true, please take today's support. Use every opportunity for you to know that you have the great things in life, that you have beautiful children, 2 beautiful children that you are looking up to. Do not let substance destroy your life. Do not let it destroy your children. Who will take care of your children when you are no more? If you are in that marriage and you are not happy and the man keeps beating you, please don't go and die there. Oh. Money is not everything. Oh. Don't let them deceive you that you have to go and stay in your husband's house. Don't lie. It's a lie. Oh. If he's a beater, if he's a wife beater, he will continue to be a wife beater. He cannot change because of his level in society. Okay? Fires and Johnny. So I beg you, accept every support now. Seek for help for your drug use, and please do not go back to that abusive marriage. I beg you, let's read on. And for Papa, if it is true, say you dey beat them. Daddy, make you resign. But if it is not true, if she had lied, maybe, so I don't know. Okay. You said she has moved to a place where she will have unrestricted access to drugs. So please do not use that opportunity of you being in your family home to keep on buying drugs. And family, please watch over her. Ensure that if it is true she's using it, do not allow her to have access to this thing when she's with you now. She's in your care now. Please take care of her. And if it is what she has been going through at home that has pushed her into it, at least she's in a safe haven now. She's at home where she's loved. So she should curtail that. That should be curtailed now. So let's go ahead. I have other wives. Daddy is talking. I have other wives. And none will ever accuse me of violence. Like I said, if, come, my baby that they're beating, if it is true that he was beating you and you were going through that phase with him, do you know that after 2 days, just yesterday, the same guy that we are talking about, Papa, was walking around Abuja with his 5th wife, Laila. So if you were gone that day, 3 days ago, when you were doing gbasgbos, if you had died in that process, the man will not mourn you more than a week, and he go knack. For that night gone, he go knack. I have a story to tell you, just a short one. Do you know one of our big actors in Nigeria, one of our Yoruba actor, had 2 wives, and one died. The day they went to bury that one that died, and he went and cried. When he got home to the second wife, he wanted to knack her that very night. That is meant for you. And she was the one that was saying, she may say, let's see, I don't go do. So, my sweetheart, men or anybody will not mourn you more than a week, especially men. If a man that just lost his wife and went for burial and came back and wanted to knack the second wife, at least he will just say, so that I can take my mind off her. That is meant for you. When they are burying you and one babe, they do shit, it is that burial ground that the guy will be chasing another one. So if it is because you are alive, that is when you can think of your children. When you are gone, nobody cares about your children, my sweethearts. My ladies that are going through domestic violence here, it's because you are alive. That is why you are saying, I will not allow my child to sleep out. I will not allow nobody should touch my children. I need to pray for. It's because you are alive. If you are gone, men cannot look after those children for you the way you have loved to look after them. Your mother cannot look after those children the way you are looking after those children. And see me, Ashabi, Shewa, okay, ma. They will not look after them the way you can. No man can give the love, the love of a mother to a child. No way. So please, let's read on. And he said, I have other wives. They never accused me of violence. Yes, maybe some of them are listening to you, and this one is a young girl that has fallen into the wrong marriage, and she doesn't know her left from her right. And so those ones might, because at my age, I have entered a marriage for a very long time, I've been living there, and then the man will beat me and give me money. The man, I'm used to that lifestyle. Maybe they are used to that lifestyle. I'm not saying it happened, but in case it is, maybe they are used to that lifestyle and they will not come out to tell the whole world about it. But this is a young girl for you guys that are going after them, that cannot hold your willy. That is what you will get at the end of the day. The disgrace that comes with going after babies. Okay. They have not accused you of it. Regina is the violent one here. Slapping and eating 3 staff in the past 48 hours and destroying properties. Like I said, I didn't believe Auntie Kemi when she talked about it, but he himself is writing this, and he showed the properties, which is one of them is the the Ferrari. I've told you, when you are dating a girl and she's a destroyer, when you are fighting, she destroys anything. No marry that kind girl. And so she could destroy things for house. So I beg and they beg you. You follow one babe, and the babe, anytime we're on a fight, now to destroy your television, now to I beg, run away from that one. That one will kill you one day. Okay, all right. He said she was eating the staff and everything, and so including cars and windows for no just cause. But how can somebody, when a woman is not mad, you cannot just wake up and start destroying things unless there was a fight. What led her to destroying things, Mr. Nwoko? Do you understand? What led her to destroying things? I don't believe in that she'll just wake up. No woman, that's why I always say the truth. So I'll just wake up now. Maybe my husband is cheating on me and I will start breaking things. No, instead my head I go break. No, because I go break things now. My head I go break. So why would she be breaking things and slapping staff if it is not true that she was being beaten up by? I'm not saying you beat her, because in that video we never saw Nwoko anywhere near her. And so that was why I couldn't even speak on it when I saw it and they said it's domestic violence. Where is the man giving the domestic violence? We don't see any net there. Now only people where we hear voices. Do you understand? So for this particular one, you have said, so others, I'm not saying women do not break. Did you hear me where I said? I said when you are dating a woman and she's the type that when you are having issues, she start breaking things, run away from such women. But this one that he said, okay, she woke up and she started breaking things. What happened? There must have been something that triggered her. There is no action without reaction. There is no reaction without action. Do you understand? Follow Jamaica, how are you? Please help me to power tap. Hey, this life is empty. Make it work. You know, including cars and windows, for no just cause. The truth is, I have set a clear condition for her to accept rehab in Asokoro or outside Nigeria. So he said, of course, because of the substance, he set out, you know, rehabilitation for her. And so she must accept it. It's a must. So if it is true, mommy, like I said, because of the domestic violence, you might not allow her to go back to that man. Because I, as a mother, will not allow my child to go back to an abusive marriage because of money. Money is the root of all evil. We all want the evil. We don't care. It's the money that matters to us. But please, I beg you, find help for her if you don't want her to go for this rehab. The husband said he has provided rehab for her, but if it is not, you are not happy about this particular one, you do find one for her. Okay. Especially, okay, he said, the truth is I have set a clear condition for her to accept rehab in Asokoro or outside Nigeria, especially Jordan, where she will not have access to drugs. So he said there is a place in Jordan. So for every one of us, we are learning something. Maybe we have a family member that is going through substance misuse and they are relapsing. He's saying in Jordan, there is a place in Jordan where they have no access to drugs. You know, some of them, because they do it in Nigeria, they still have access to these drugs, or anywhere they go, and you know, even here in the UK, they'll still have access to it. And so he's saying in Jordan that they don't have access to drugs, so it is quicker for them to be rehabilitated there. A clear-headed Regina would have taken Moon to the hospital, but instead she even threatened to kill her resident nurse for exposing her drug abuse. So the son called Moon was sick. And he's saying that, you know, if Regina was okay as the normal Regina, where she had not taken her substance, she would have taken the child to the hospital, but she did not. That is part of what drugs does. When you are into substance misuse or alcohol dependent, if you are alcohol dependent, you will not know what to do. Believe me, most of the time when you are high, you leave those major things that you are supposed to do, and you are not even aware of yourself again. When you are on drugs, your outlook, everything, and that is why it's very difficult for me to, you know, believe that she's on drugs, because many looking at her, she doesn't look like somebody who is on drugs, but we don't know. And Idibia was accused of being like that, and even her friends did not say she didn't. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying now, that barely looking at her, she doesn't look like. But Annie's own, nobody said she wasn't using. But remember when Annie was still, when people said she was, you will see that her wig, this my wig that is looking good, her wig was just doing like this up. Do you understand? Her wig was, she wasn't looking good, but this one wasn't looking like that. You understand? But the guy asked, but they have not denied that since yesterday, believe me. They have not denied that. And with everything, believe me, when you hear rumors, there's always an iota of truth in most of it. You understand? It might not be 100% right, but iota of truth. It's true, I'm not lying now. Do you not always see Annie Dibi at that time? Her wig was, one day she wore a wig, and the wig was doing like this. I said, this girl doesn't look normal, though. And people were saying it. Do you know, remember when this girl's AY's father-in-law died, and she went to sympathize with the girl? Her wig was just doing like this. I said, she doesn't look good. You know, she wasn't looking good. And she would stand like this. She would stand like this. You know, she wasn't right. But thank God, she's looking good. She looks healthy now. I hope she's getting the help she requires. So, and he said the girl did not know how to even take care of her child when, a care was there. And then she threatened to kill the nurse. It's a big allegation, and I hope if it is not true, the family should come out and debunk this. Just the way this man has come to debunk the domestic abuse. Let them come and debunk it too, and let the world know that she's not on drugs. But they have not come out to debunk. And he said, Ayofe, my love, and he said that she was threatening to kill a nurse. It's a big allegation. If it is true, that is big for them to threaten to kill a nurse because the nurse was, the nurse was divulging the information. And tell you, okay, our family will not. Is the money man. Okay. While I took Moon to the hospital, a scene of chaos unfolded at home, orchestrated by Sammy, Regina's main drug supplier. Another known supplier of drugs to Regina is the tiny evil devil called Anne. Baba Binuto called Anne different names. The little tiny devil evil Anne. So we assume that is Anne Idibia is talking about, because definitely Anne Idibia is close to her. We have seen them together. When Anne had the problem, she was there for Anne. So we just assume it's the Anne Idibia is talking about. And so if he had mentioned Anne too, we'll start putting puzzles together. Is it true or is it not true? You can request to come up now. You can request to come up now, please. You can request if you want to come up. I hope Auntie Waiko is still available. If you want to come up now, you can come up. Now I'm trying to round up, and then you can come up and put your own ginger and request to come up. Request, make your request. So, what do you think about this marriage? Do you think this man is telling the truth, or do you think, and what have we learned in this? What can we sell to our young people who are looking for marriage? I have highlighted some things. Think about it. He talked about, not squatting for more than 3 weeks. In the past, we have seen that. He had said that they courted for only 3 weeks. 3 weeks is not enough for marriage. And then with this thing we have heard today, there is courtship issue, there is domestic violence, which I have said, if you're going through domestic violence, whoever is going to talk about it, whoever is going to shame you when you are out of it, let them shame you. It's better for you to be alive and tell your story. And you remember when IVD's wife, Bimbo, died, it's the same thing they said. They complained, they told us she was on drugs. Annie Idibia on drugs. This one on drugs. So it is like a pandemic at the moment that our girls are going through, especially those celebrities, they are going through it. So domestic violence is a no-no for anybody. I want you to restrict wa, they okay okay for the next 10 minutes. So we will not talk about, let's just be saying DV. Okay, so okay, DV and substance misuse and DV has always been the issue. So if you come up, please use the word DV and substance misuse. Okay, and like I said, if you are getting married, it doesn't matter. People might laugh at you. I have not condemned this marriage because she's married to an older person. We have seen Shade Okoya's marriage is thriving. We have seen Shade Okoya's marriage is thriving. She's in a relationship, she's in a good. So you can marry somebody who is older than you and they'll take care of you. That's what we expect from an older man, to take care of the younger girls. But like I said, girls, when you are going into this, remember it is not going to be as rosy as you expect, because the man cannot be doing every day like your age mate that has the capacity to do it every day. So let's leave Damilola ma. Damilola, do you want to have something to say?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I've got something to say. Firstly, I just wanted to say thank you for such platform where you're voicing a lot of issues that happen, especially in our community. All I just have to say is that this should be a learning curve for us, and especially for us younger women, that all that glitters is not gold. A lot of the times, a lot of us women, we see the red flag, but we ignore it. We'll be like, oh, I'm going to change him. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. By the time you investigate properly, this is not the first time of this man exhibiting tendencies of DV or him being a violent person. Do you know what I mean? And one thing I found really fascinating is, as someone that is a politician, I live abroad. If this had happened in the UK or America, this kind of man would have been suspended. But knowing the way Nigeria is and the system is, this man will not be held accountable. It will not be suspended by the House of Rep or whatever. And also, it's easy for us to say, what's her name?
Regina.
Regina got herself into this. Let's not forget, this girl was probably being groomed by this man. I mean, I'm sorry to say, for a man that is finding a 17-year-old at that age attractive, you've got tendencies of becoming a PD. I'm sorry to say. You've got tendencies of being a PD. And it just goes on to show that it just goes on to show that this man probably does this to other girls. And because of our society, you're a woman, when you go through, and a lot of us women as well, if we should investigate, we're not raised in love. A lot of us will seek validation from men. So any man that comes to us with little change, we feel like, oh, this man loves us. We start to, our brain chemical becomes imbalanced. We need to start raising our girls to live in self-love, to love themselves. Stop seeking external validation from anyone. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And also, like, a lot of the times, by the time you investigate all these things as well, in a way, possibly, maybe our mom too was going through DV while she was growing up, and she doesn't see it as a problem until it got too much. As women, let's learn to speak up. What you don't like, speak up on time. You don't have to come back home in a coffin. You don't have to turn to substances or powder for you for you to be able to express yourself. And also this man, we forget that this man is a lawyer. He's probably good at manipulating. He's probably good at lying. He will come online to say whatever he wants us to believe. It will change the narrative to his own favor. All I just want to say is that, please, as women, let's all, whether old, whether young, mothers, daughters, children, sisters, let's use this as a learning curve. Money is not everything. You can work hard for your own money. 100%. There are women that are rich around the world. There's Alakija there. There's so many people that can become our idols, that can inspire us. Let's raise our daughters in love. Let's raise our daughters not to, think that it's okay for us. It's okay for us to be tolerating PD. It's okay for us to be tolerating DV. Raise your daughters in a way that they don't settle for less. Money is not everything. Being rich, being poor, anybody can be, someone that will be exhibiting DV or whatever. Please, let's just walk in love, raise ourselves in love, raise our daughters to be independent, having their own money. Not that you any little thing you become desperate and you know you don't not investigate people's background, how they were raised. This kind of man is mentally unwell because when that is stable would not be doing this. Even if she damaged the property or whatever, it doesn't exhibit the fact that you should start hitting her and stuff like that. What if in the process of you hitting her, she dies? What are you gonna say? It doesn't make sense. And it's 2025. Women, we need to wake up. We really have to wake up. It's too much. There's no day you go on social media, you will see something about DV. This one DV his wife to death. This one DV is bad. Let's wake up. It's not when you see the red flag, leave them alone. If you cannot tolerate it, leave them alone. And no, this man at this age that is gonna change? It's not gonna change. He will continue to marry because him too, he needs to work on himself. He's trying to fill in a void. That's why he's marrying so many women. Because a man that is satisfied and sane in his mind will not be going around marrying different women all in the name of culture. Imagine at that age saying that, oh, your checklist for you to marry a wife is for her to be
a virgin.
To be a virgin. At that age, saying you're under family pressure after 6 wives, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Let's wake up.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Damilola. Thank you so much. For us, time, ladies, you know that your marriage is marriage should not be a do or die. Please, as you come in, please just mute so that we can hear ourselves. Marriage is not do or die. Please, I beg you in the mighty name of Jesus. If you're in any relationship, and it's true, like Damilola said, every day, DV. Hey, make them no go carry the body come home. That's not what we want. If it is not working, even if it is just a day marriage, and you feel this is not what I subscribe to, what I pray to have, please can you mute as you come in, please? Oh, let me mute you. Please do not take anything for granted. This lady, like I said, we are not here to blame you, but for every one of us that are still in such marriage, because he's saying it every day. And I said, peradventure, it could be because of what you're saying around that is depressing the girl, for you to be saying you are still looking for a young girl to marry. You understand? As if there is something that's going on with that, because it doesn't really, make sense. Marrying a 18-year-old girl and she's still there as fresh as whatever you want in a woman, and you're still looking for another babe. Most of even we older women, we become jealous, we become depressed in the home, we go through a lot with our men cheating. Not to talk of somebody who is, in your own age range and you are still doing it. Thank you very much. Claire, I think you're number 2. Because I think I muted everyone. Unmute, Claire, or who is next to speak?
Hey,
Okay.
good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, good evening.
You want to say something?
Do you want to say something, Windilos?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Good evening. Oh, thank you for giving me the privilege to join you this time.
Yes, sir.
I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. If you can speak louder a little bit more, we'll appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my best, I like what you guys are doing. I must compliment you're really trying.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You see so many domestic violence happening.
DV, just say DV. They are going to restrict us.
Really?
DV, yeah.
Hello,
sir. Just say DV. You are communicating. Just say DV because of TikTok restrictions. Just shorten it to DV.
Yeah, talking about Ned, Pop Ned and Regina stuff happening now, One thing I believe in life, you cannot eat your cake and have it. If we judge the whole issue from the lady side, you're 18 years and you're gonna have something to do with a man who is old enough to be your grandfather, you know. Just look at that. Most young girls nowadays just after morning. Yeah, the after morning, you cannot eat your cake and have it. I knew from the start of that relationship it's not gonna last. Yeah, I knew it because that girl know nothing. Let's forget about she's whatever. Whatever. I knew what's rather that relationship ain't gonna last. I'm Pope. I'm Pope Ned. Hello? Are you with me?
Yeah, we're listening to you.
Hey.
I'm Popsy Ned. Needed a young, vibrant virgin girl. He needs to renew his blood, man, they like this saying, kind them young, not to like you having a young girl, fresh, juicy, sweet, Are you with me?
Yes, yeah, we're listening to you, sir. That the man needs young blood to ginger him, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Exactly. Both of them are after something. It's not what you call love,
Transitional, it's transitional love. You give me money, I give you that thing. So.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chop knuckle.
Thank you.
This same thing happening over and over in our society.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's why you see so many relationships are not lasting because the love is no more there.
100.
In the olden days, this can never happen. Someone is old enough to be my granddaughter. Call me my wife. Oh, it's so bad,
It is.
So I don't see any lesson to draw from this. No lesson. Because I knew the relationship is not a real relationship and it's not gonna work, it's not gonna last, Something. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Shop knuckle.
You know who Ned is?
No, we don't know who Ned is.
He's not an ordinary man.
Wow.
He's not an ordinary man. Yeah. To be with Ned, you're with a big fish.
Hey. A janla.
I just don't want to talk much about Ned.
Wow.
I was surprised he's stopping solo for such girl. You know how many wives Ned had?
He's got 6 wives.
He had the most beautiful ladies from is it Morocco, Ethiopia or
so? Yeah. 8 wives. You see? That Lola said it's 8 wives.
Man. Foreign wives.
Wow.
Not even Nigerians.
That's big, man. Ha.
So
yeah.
There's no lesson to draw from this.
Queen fish. No
lesson to draw.
No lesson to draw.
They put girls. They go sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's serious. It's a serious matter, man. Thank you. Wendy Loss, thank you so much. Are you okay with that now? Have you submitted enough? Yeah? Wendy Loss, thank you. I think you are submitted. Yes, it is for you guys who don't understand our American accents. Wendy Loss said that man, that if we know who he is, that is a big fish. And he's saying that, he doesn't see any reason for a young girl to marry someone as old as your father. You understand? Your grandfather, not even your father. Like I said, tonight is not about blame, of course. DV can happen even in young ones too. Do you understand? So surely, apart from the fact that we are talking about an older person now, and for his own caliber, we wouldn't have expected something like this. He's a lawyer, he's a senator, lawmaker breaking law. That's what I call it. Lawmaker breaking law. And so that's why we are worried about him. And then being a grandfather, great grandfather, And then please, anybody that wants to talk now, please emphasize on the misuse, substance misuse too, and use the word substance misuse or powder. Please don't use the other word, please. So next person.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, my sister. Please let me give somebody number. Do you want to guide the number down? I want to call the number for you there. So go on.
Power attack for us.
Power tap for us.
Well, it's just unfortunate that the young lady, the Mr. Nene or Senator May can't manage Regina. Yeah, because you that married a young lady, you're supposed to pamper. Can't learn from our Okoya.
Papa Okoya. Papa is taking care of that girl.
I don't know what wrong with our Gen girl. They were after money. They are after we because I can't see any love from me.
Right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning. And I guess just never have brought this issue before, but no one believes because they bashed in marriage. And again, Regina Jane is supposed to expect that because she has 8 wives at home. And do you remember the ritual the man did for her?
Yeah, the marriage ritual. That's their.
And do you remember that Judge came out to come and nag on this senator that this is not neither. They came from the same tribe.
Wow.
That this is who Shan just came out. You remember them.
To condemn that act. Yeah.
Yes, wow. She came out to come and nag on this man. That what she did to this girl is too harsh on her. That she knows the meaning.
She understands the implication.
She knows exactly for what she did for her. Well, I just pray that this young lady will go back to that man because we are talking about money and power. Look at the how would I put it, the Eurotokpa, you know, the lies,
the accusation.
She's taking drugs. The man has already implicated himself. You, politician, a senator, and a young lady is taking drugs under your roof, under your nose, and you didn't know. You know, they can sue him for that. They can only propagate Lori, what she just said, what you wrote. I know the man is lying. I can 100% lie that the lady is taking drugs because the lady is the secretary to the other minister of those ministers women. She's a secretary there, and I guess those women because they're older than her, and they will notice if she's taking drugs. So
powder, I must do. Don't use the word. So that they don't
all what the man
multiple my darling says.
Yeah, he's trying to justify himself to have something to say about her just to nail the young lady. But I can guess she has learned a lesson for those she has learned a lesson, and for those young ones, the Gen Z one that they were looking for sugar daddy. They were looking for older men to marry, all because they wanted to ride the latest car and having latest phone and wig. They don't know the consequence that is on that married, or there's no big deal when you are married an old man. At least we've seen it on this platform that someone said he married at age of 21, age of 25, and that their man is older than them.
Yeah, 100.
But well, all I can say, all is well with her. I just pray for peace for her, and I pray they won't go after her. Because we're talking about the
powerful man here.
So may God be with everybody.
Amen. Thank you very much. So your own submission is the fact that it's unfortunate that you expect a man like him, his age, to pamper her just like any other old men. Anyway, most of these marriages are transactional. You understand? Everybody is trying to get something out of the marriage. So it's a transactional marriage, Let's hear Ned here. Did you hear what he said here? This one when he told.
Our marriage is solid. Our marriage is based on understanding and respect over time. I met her and I liked her. We married within 3 weeks.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
We married within 3 weeks. How can you meet somebody within 3 weeks? Ejo, this is hard.
Don't date anybody you want to marry. Marry them. When you marry them, you begin to fall in love from within the marriage.
Papa, did you hear the advice? He said he married her within 3 months. And it's 3 weeks, sorry, 3 weeks. This is the man talking. Listen.
Family,
Look.
Regina, our marriage is solid. Our marriage is based on understanding and respect. Over time, I met her and I liked her. We married within 3 weeks. Yes, within 3 weeks. I married all my wives within some period. I don't believe in dating anybody to marry them. Don't date anybody you want to marry. Marry them. When you marry them, you begin to fall in love from within the marriage. You know, even in my own culture, as it were, as a kid in the 60s, people, they were not dating. They will marry. In arranged marriages, family to family, they choose a wife. And then most girls were expected to be virgins when they get married. And they build a family from there. And because they didn't know each other before they got married, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of learning to do. And but Regina and I is a story that is interesting because before I met her, I didn't know about her. I don't watch movies. Never watch movies. I met her the first time when she came to my house with her mother and their siblings because my place in Delta is a tourist place. They came to look around and I liked her and that was it, you know. So whether I marry another wife or not, she knows it can happen. I come from a very polygamous environment myself. I love children, so I want more children. And she knows this, and my other wives, they also know it. So we see what happens in the future. Online, you do everywhere. Online, you do everywhere. That's why at night, a lot of them know zone 4, zone 5, zone 6. As an
It's saying their language. Did you hear that? This interview was done in 2020, and that was where he told the whole world that they met only 3 weeks, and he met her in his house where Regina, her mother, and her brother came for tourism in his place because his house is like a tourist center. I am not saying they intentionally went there because they know he is into children. I'm not saying that, but God knows the best. God knows the truth about what he has said. You all know. So, and they just met within 3 weeks. And Mr. Ned was advising you guys that it is better to marry once you meet somebody. Do not court. Please, come. Disregard what Papa has told you. It's a lie. How do you want to know somebody very well before getting married to them? Papa said in the olden days, our parents give us out in marriages, we don't know the man and we fall in love. That was then, not now. You can't do that now and enjoy your marriage. I've seen a marriage that broke up because they never courted more than 6 months. You understand? So please don't mind Papa. Papa is saying he can marry as many as he wishes because he loves children. Yes, Papa, by the time Papa goes, we don't know what the inheritance tussle will be. Do you get me? So Papa has said it. But please, my people, do not go into a marriage or relationship without courting. Courting is important in marriage because you get to know yourselves better, you get to know what you like. That's where you spell out all your do's and don'ts, and get to know the person more. You understand? Let's hear from Eddie. Eddie Bass, do you want to say something? Okay, Eddie was the one that spoke.
Yeah, I do have some things to say.
Okay, go on, sir.
I just wanna appreciate you for the opportunity given to me to
Yes,
just
sir.
hear out my view. In respect to what is going on between Regina and Ned, it's just for a funny side of something, because when you look at it critically, you understand that it's just a story like the Beauty and the Beast. Beauty without brain, beauty without brains. Because just like we heard him say, he married the lady within 3 weeks. That is his proposition. That is his proposal.
Wow.
Now it also behoves on Regina also. What's our own moral standard? What's our own protocols? Because if she had her own protocol, like this is what you propose, this is what you bring to the table, you want to get married to me within 3 weeks, and she said, no, I'm not going to marry you within 3 weeks. I have to do due diligence, about who you are. But she didn't consider that. All she was concerned about was a status, she wanted to ride to a stardom that she was not prepared for. And then that kind of like blunted her sense of reasoning. Like she could not see beyond her nose. All she cared about was to drive in Ferrari or Lamborghini and get involved in private jet without taking cognizance to the fact that life is more than flying in a private jet and driving a Ferrari. Now, on the issue of the DV that have been going on, being a senator, being whatever he is, doesn't define the true character of his person. That is his career. That is his career. It could be whatever, but his true character is what defines who he is. Regina should have probably looked across board or probably reach out to the other wives, do a personal investigation to know who this man is. How are other women faring in this polygamous
environment?
Because whatever this man would have proposed to her, she shouldn't have just swallowed it down, whole and sinker. But this is one thing I want to say. The unfortunate thing that has happened in this world is that I've told my male friends that women are the problem of women, not men. The issue is this. How will you know that, okay, this man has married the first wife and he comes to propose to you to make you a second wife and you are accepted to be the second wife? On what moral ground? For you to choose to marry him to be a second wife, you have broken that ground for women. You have created that impression that women can. Because if every woman will stand down and say, I'm not going to be a second wife, every man will align themselves and treat whoever they have as their first wife right. But women make men to feel that we can be bought. When you have the money, you can get us. So men who are billionaires or who are millionaires tend to use this tool to drive in or any woman they want, because once they throw the carrot to them, they're going to fall. Regardless of the fact that this man had treated his previous wife badly, they don't care. They jumped in. Let me give you an example. I have a friend when I was in Nigeria. She wanted to get married, and she told me, and I told her, this man you want to marry has a polygamous tendency. You know what she told me? She told me, we are in love. But as a man, I knew that this man has a polygamous tendency. And I advised her as a male, I don't want you to get married to this man, but however, it's your right, it's your prerogative. She went till she got married, she got 2 kids. A couple of years down the line, she called me, she said, "Bon, you were right. That this man is flirting with the house help." So I told you as a man that this guy has this tendency, but you didn't listen. And as God will have it, she lost that marriage. She flew down to the United States, and she stayed, and she wanted to get married again. And I remember telling her a second time, so why don't you put your energy on your kids and leave marriage for now? She said, but do you want me to be
lonely forever?
Do you want me to be lonely? I said, well, it's your right anyway. She got married a second time. Barely 1 year into the marriage, she divorced. And now she told me, "But I'm done with marriage." I said, the problem is not the men that you married. The problem is you.
It's you yourself.
It's you, because you are accepting anybody that comes in without doing due diligence to understand who these people are. But I said, even my own younger sister had the same issue. But But she wanted to get married. As a male, I told her, this guy is questionable. She told me to my friend, are you the one to marry me? I said, but even though I'm not the one to marry, but I can see beyond you. Because I'm a man, I'm a male. Understand? But she didn't see it. But she got into marry this guy. And within a couple of years, the whole thing backed up. So the problem is that everybody has his character. They have it. Some people hide it. In the process of trying to get the other person, they hide this. But all you need to do is, because it's about your life, it's about your destiny. Do due diligence. It's not about the friend. Because you're committing your entire life to this person. Now, look at the whole story now. Before now, right? Let's say whatever happened to Ned, he's married all these women. He hasn't been on the social space like this. But as soon as he got married to Regina, he's been on the social space in this magnitude. Why? Because there were things that were not done right from even both Regina's side, even him. Even if he's considered to be a man of not questionable character and married a woman who is way younger.
She was married off before her 17th birthday. God.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's why I said that.
God.
It's a function of who she is, because how was she raised? How was she raised? Who her parent, her mother, and her father? Who calls the shot? Who does she listen to? Because all these things constitute the entire decision that she took. Who influenced her to take that decision? Probably she must have discussed with her mother. She would have discussed with her father. Who influenced her? Who stood as a signature behind and said, go ahead and marry Ned? Somebody must have driven her. I have a friend here in the United States. She got married to somebody. She didn't want to get married, but she divorced after a couple of years. And I asked her, who took this decision? She said, there was a time I didn't want to get married to the divorce of my mother. My mother used church people to persuade me to get married to this man. So there must be somebody in her life that was a signature behind this. And today, she has turned out to make a public ridicule of herself and her family. So all this is flying in the space. Oh, he would have pampered her as an older man. This man has his own character. Did she not see this? Was she blinded by money, by wealth? Even herself, what is her own version? Now we are being told that she's hooked into powder, right?
Yeah.
This hook that she's hooked into powder, was it a function of the crisis that she was going through?
God bless you, sir.
You know,
Oh, God bless you.
Turn to powder as a mediation to what they are going through. They were not hooked to this thing, but because of what they are going through, so they are looking for remediation. So they get hooked to powder. So that may not have been a way of life, but because of where she has found herself now, that has become a substitute of relief for her. However, if that was before she got married, she was into it. Now that she has gotten money, so she's going to amplify that lifestyle. So because let's say before, she could only afford 1,000 of powder. So now that she's a millionaire now, she's going to amplify that lifestyle. And because of the lifestyle that is amplified, this man may not be able to match that energy. Also consider the fact that she's young. Her age, the energy that she brings to the institution is way higher.
100.
To Ned will not be able to match that energy.
Never.
You know, so they will now have to reconstruct a way to deal with this situation. How? By subjugating her to a lot of abuses, and which will now put her into, this substance, something that she's going through. So the whole thing is just a funny cycle. It's just a funny cycle. But for me, my best advice would be to any lady, they should not sacrifice their future for a temporal pleasure. Even if it's a long-term pleasure, don't sacrifice your dreams. Don't sacrifice your life, your destiny, for whatever that is brought to the table. Look beyond what is brought to the table, because you as a woman, you can achieve those dreams.
100%. 100%. You know?
The man shouldn't be the reason why you give up your dignity, you give up your pride. You can achieve it, and it's just so funny that this has thrown, and unfortunately against that, this has also influenced some people into taking this kind of decision, because there are a lot of young adults who may have looked onto her as a model.
100.
As a model. So because she could marry a 60-year-old man or 60-something years old man, so regardless of whatever comes my way, as long as he has the economic power, so I can go ahead, I marry this person without doing due diligence, and that will throw young people into chaos and put their life in jeopardy. So my last stay on this is that DV partner abuse is a function of character deficiency on whoever that engages on this, or also could be a function of a remediation, like you want to take hook on substance because you want to get relief from what
pain.
you were going through. She wouldn't have been able to do this, but perhaps if she was not subjugated to this kind of ill treatment. However, the best remediation would have been first withdraw from this space and seek godly advice, or seek counseling from a reputable counselor and take the best shot, guide yourself and move on with your life. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, sir. We really appreciate it. Thank you. That's really insightful. Like I said earlier on, and thank God a man is coming out to let us know that we women, we have our own way of making things work out for us too. Do not let us rely on men for everything, because like I said, Nigeria is, maybe because of the level of poverty, we think that without a man in our life we cannot make it, or without you going for, I didn't even know she was not up to 17 when she said she did her 17th birthday with the man. 17th birthday. So if we want to say it's the mother, because the mother was the only one there, even the father was not present, Mr. Eddie, the father was not present at the wedding, and he even came out to condemn the act as at that time, that it is his house that they are supposed to come and marry the girl. Do you understand? So it shows that the mother too was a single mother raising her own children. We don't know what happened between herself and her own husband, but she was the only one raising the children on her own. So maybe as a matter of money or whatsoever, will have pushed her to allow that girl to have gone through this marriage. But like I said, thank God we are not here to blame anybody. But he said something, and I've said it earlier on, taking substances sometimes is to cover up the pain you're going through. But that is a temporary succor for you guys if you are on it. It is a temporary thing, and it will while off. This is just like the same thing with alcohol. If you're depending so much on alcohol because you're going through one pain or the other, maybe you are going through pain with your marriage or whatsoever, my dear, you will still, once the alcohol goes off your high is clear, you will still go back to your pain. You understand? It's painful, and then at the end of the day, so please do not destroy your life with substance use. Please, I beg you. You can't relieve pressure. You can relieve it at that point, but it will still come back to you. Blessed child, do you want to say something? I muted you when you came in. Do you want to say something? Blessed child. So make sure that when you're going through this, for Regina that is going through it at the moment, you need support, you need therapy, go through it. Please accept any treatment for now and get well. People have been saying she will go back, because how can they maintain the lifestyle? Blessed child, do you want to unmute? Did I mute you? Okay, I think I muted you before. Unmute. I don't know. So I'll leave. I think I muted that before. I don't know. So most of the time, addiction is very, very difficult. But you can, if you see people that wants to help you, please accept the help. Accept it. You need it. You surely need the help. People have been saying, can the family, afford the lifestyle she's used to? You understand? Please, my people, she can. I beg you. You are, because they even said everything that Ned has, that nothing in Ned's, there is no, all his properties are on his name. All the properties he bought, he never bought anything in Regina's name right from the onset. And she saw it, she stood in it. And so if she's going out now, she's going out with her wigs, her clothes, expensive lifestyle that she was used to. But to never mind, sincerely, if it is true that you are living that relationship with nothing, it goes to show that this man had planned his life right from the onset, that any woman that he marries are going out with nothing at the end of the day. That if it is true, it is just an allegation that everything, that those were the part of things that Regina was not happy about. How can you be married to a man like that and you don't have anything in your name? What is the essence of the marriage? Because most of these marriages are transactional. There is no love in it. Believe me, for a girl to be going after such man at that age, definitely she knows she's going into it. So guys, we have learned, please, please, please do not lower your standard to the extent that you think you, without a man in your life, you cannot do it. Why go now? Tiwa Savage has lowered her standard. She said she doesn't even mind being a second wife. Wow, wow, wow. The whole Tiwa Savage, that has shown us that we women, we are becoming the commodities that guys are now really like ka. You understand? I know you want joy, you want to have a man in your life, but please do not make the mistake some of the ladies have made. For Regina Daniels, I wish you all the best, and please do not go back to any domestic violence relationship. If it is true you went through it, I feel for you. I stand with you as a woman. You have made your mistake, but please, maybe as a young girl who never knew that it was wrong what you were going into, you didn't know what you were going into. I know Mr. Eddie said, if she was brought up from a good home, I would always hold on to that. If she's from a good home and the mother says that 3 weeks, no, make we even think am now, daddy, make you wait, no rush my daughter, let's wait and see how it goes. Maybe she needs to know you, but you got into it and say, abeg dey go, make you pack your thing go, make we dey enjoy lifestyle. Private jets, that's what they go about with. People have been bringing out the videos of private jets, expensive lifestyle. So how will you continue with that? You can. Please just know for now, you need to get well first, and then start planning you have a job and people have known you. You understand? You are now known, former wife of and surely your children will be having everything that they need with good education and everything, and it will just be you. So take care of yourself. Mama, take care of this daughter. Daddy, it's time for you to come back into Regina's life, even if you were not there at the right time. Maybe you were that because the mother raised her children alone. If you were not there, because they said the brother too is into substance. So if you were not there for the family at that time, Daddy, it is time for you to come back. She needs you now. The family needs you. Mommy, please hold on to this. You have made your mistake. It is time for you to pick your pieces. And for all the young ones out there, know that not all that glitters is gold. Yes, some are panda like the one I'm using. And life itself, it's not a bed of roses. Marriage is not a bed of roses. You will always have your ups and downs. Even people that are doing their own businesses, they have their ups and downs. So think about it. I can work on my own. I can make money. I don't need a man in my life to be rich. The moment we take that mentality off us in Nigeria, because most of our children here, they don't marry for love, marriage. They marry for love. Children here, they want to go out with their boyfriend. They will own their own money. They don't expect a man to start buying food for them before they don't believe in it. It's just because of our own mentality, where we're coming from. We believe it must be a man that must do everything for you. No. Know your worth as a woman and stand on that. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope the family finds peace. And I pray. And for Annie Dibia, they called you. The man said you were the one supplying. Please don't supply. I thought you have gone through it and you have passed it. And you have gone through rehab. Please, Han, I beg you. If you are still doing it, please, Annie Dibia, Because I look at you, I see beauty in you, I see brain in you, and I can see the future of your children are in your hands. Please do not let them see you, getting into this. I beg you, Annie Dibia. If it is true, it's not for you to come and throw tantrum at your at Papa for naming you as one of the suppliers. But if it is true, don't let two Baba laugh at us now. We have been praising you. We have been saying you are standing gidigba. Please, I beg you. Substance is not good for anyone. Don't go into it. Addiction is very, very tough to get off. Please, life has been destroyed by this demon called powder. Please don't go into it. I beg you. If you're going through anything, you understand whatsoever you're going through, please seek for help. Moralayo, God bless you, ma. Moralayo, how are you, ma? I'm begging you, follow Babeni. Don't ever think of it. I do say it. If I see a thief and I see those dealing with the barons, I will rather buy the thief than, and I will leave the I rather buy the baron than, because they have destroyed so many youths' life, so many lives that can make things, destroyed a whole generation with what they are selling. So I beg you, I think God beg you, no let Idibia and Ni Idibia, the wife, don't let them laugh at us. We the online in-laws. Your children's life is in your hands. Every one of us, our children's lives are in our hands. And for us that our children are going through it, I pray God will minister into them and will relieve them of this, because it's a demon that is hard to get off their backs. I wish us all the best. Say no to DV. No matter what, say no to DV. If you are married today, the man pretended to you or the woman pretended to you, and you find out that partner, thank you so much, Moralayo. Let me clap for you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, okay. Moralayo, you want to come up and say something before we go? I'm trying to bring you up too, but it's not. Okay. So even though it is one day marriage, if it is not working, it is not working. The dead cannot talk. The dead cannot make any difference in children's life. The dead cannot do anything. So it is when you are alive, you can make something. Moralayo, do you want to say something before we go?
Oh, Auntie, thank you so much. And thank you for this opportunity. I guess back in Nigeria, the mentality these people have is to ride on the horseman's back. Yes, that's what they do. But here, just like you said, our children, they believe in themselves. That's why you see many of them, even when you invite you out to go eat, you have to pay for your meal. They're having a birthday and they'll tell you, they're inviting you, they will tell you, pay for your meal. But back home, ẹni tó bá pè wọ́n ló máa fún wọn lóúnjẹ.
100%.
So God bless you. And that's why, that's why, even women here, our man ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn wá ní. So kò sí tọkùnrin fẹ́ ní tí wọ́n náà ní tiẹ̀. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe Nàìjíríà yẹn, àwọn ni kò wá rẹ́rán. They get carried away with wealth. But you're in England, I'm in America.
Yeah.
So you see that coming abroad, the sky is the limit. So because you can work for your money. Obìnrin tó bá ti yọ̀lẹ, men will ride them. They'll put them under pressure. Imagine almost 17 years old, kí ló tí mọ̀. She's still under the mother's care. Ọmọ tó wà lábẹ́ ìyá ẹ̀, tí kí ló tí mọ̀, ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ life like to crawl, ẹni kò máa sáré. So just like we're talking, like pé kí o máa mú nǹkan, ọmọ yẹn ẹlòmíà fi oúnjẹ á fi console, ó fi kíní yẹn console lára ẹ̀ to kill the pressure. Ẹ mo ṣe gbọ́ pé ó fi kill pressure ẹ̀ ni. Because àwọn kíní yẹn for some time, I get the pressure training. Then every time repeatedly, it now becomes an addiction. Until it's going to help because to move out of that pressure, then she can forge ahead and she'll get better.
100.
Very better people
around her.
Yes, she shouldn't go back to the pressure. Or else could it go back, and mental problem.
100%.
Yes, so moving away out of the pressure, then you can heal. Even nobody put it right, it one low I get out of it. All I told you need to move down into molecular morering when any could move at least we daddy.
Oh God. Wọ́n ní kò kọ́ nǹkan kan lórí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kò fún wọ́n ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ń rà báyìí orúkọ bàbá fi ń kọ́. Can you imagine? How come we get dání? Yóò tèmi báyìí.
But at least
Then she's coming out with her life.
So ọmọ kékeré ni, she has a better future. Àgbàlagbà wọn yẹn ti tán, wọn ti ń wind up. So she will move ahead and get a better man. Tí àbá àti kò iṣẹ́ òtán.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
And she's a beautiful girl. She's gonna get a better age mate to appreciate her for who she is. So omi ló dànù àkèrègbè òfò.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
So this is just rubbish. Ẹni tó níyàwó mẹ́fà mẹ́jọ. What are you gonna cry about for that? No, nothing to cry about. So Ọlọ́run ló yọ kúrò ńbẹ̀. Kó fọjà ẹ̀ kí yẹ kó di ọmọ ẹ̀ mú. Kó lè rọmọ sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, God bless
so
you.
So ìmàmẹ́ ẹ̀ ló máa di rẹ̀ lámúrẹ̀ pé this is my life. I got to help my daughter. So I'm going to help ọmọ ẹ̀ kí òun náà lè lọ́jọ́ alẹ́.
Thank you very much.
Ṣé dá kí ìyàwó àlàyé kọ́ mọ́ ti yanjú kó ti kú
dànù? Kó ti kú dànù.
So this man is a total rubbish. Nothing. Owó tó ní gan-an ṣùgbọ́n mi lọ sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀. Kí la wá ń gbé tá à ń gbé? Ilé ayé ẹsẹ̀ mẹ́fà.
Wọ́n ní she's not going anywhere. Who will date her after the ritual she did to her? Wọ́n ní ritual yẹn. People are saying it's a very strong one.
Ọlọ́run yìí kò sẹ́ni tó tó Ọlọ́run. Kó agbèrègbè mẹ́ kó gbogbo aláǹfà yìí tí ìmọ́lẹ̀ tí ìtúsílẹ̀ bá dé ọjọ́ kan ní overnight. Don't underestimate God. Ọlọ́run yẹn wọ́n máa rí nínú. Look at our former president Barack Obama. He broke the yoke. He was the first black man to be in the White House. Ṣé Ọlọ́run kọ́ ni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àbíyàn ni. So ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. She will get the healing and she will move ahead. Kó ní máa lo 100 tán pa ẹ lórí, ó máa jóná ráúráú ni. Ọlọ́run yìí la fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ náà.
Okay, a máa tún bẹ Mr. Ned náà kó tù sílẹ̀. A máa bẹ Mr. Ned. We'll beg Mr. Ned.
Ẹ rántí ìgbà tí bàbá díà tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Abacha. Gbogbo Ìjẹ̀bú dìde. Má pọ̀ ọmọ wa kẹ̀ ṣe kẹ́ ṣàánú díà jíjẹ. Kì í ṣe kẹ́ ṣàánú díà kẹ̀. Ìwé kẹ̀ ẹ̀ lè pọ̀. Ẹni tó fẹ́ pààyàn jẹ́ kó lọ.
Ó lọ síwájú díà gan. Ó lọ síwájú díà.
Many years after that. Ìgbà yẹn wọ́n rò bí pé ọmọ àgbà díà. He lived some beautiful years tí Ọlọ́run tó pè wọ́n sọ́dọ̀. So Ọlọ́run ní ká gbójúlé. These are human beings.
Even when Wuraola, you remember when Wuraola left the palace at that time? People were saying, Dubai ló tún lọ fẹ́ kìíní, and nothing happened to the husband. And they are living well. So anything can still happen. I wish her all the best, like Auntie said.
Láti educate ọmọ Ọlọ́run adúró tí
àmín
ọmọ inú
àmín o Jésù àmín.
Kò sí tó bá fi tiẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tó gbọ́ téèyàn Ọlọ́run á bless.
Honestly, we need to be talking about this DV. Is really going on a lot among us, and
you know, let me tell you something.
And funniest thing is people are seeing it daily and they're still dying in it.
Most people tell you sorrow they packing because you guys are in diaspora and you know how you operate, how it works. Nigeria, nothing works, I'm sorry. Want to be okay. A lady said from UK, Mugwa Center, ó ní torí gbogbo agbára tó ní fún lọ́dọ̀ yẹn kò sí nǹkan tó ṣe tó wrong. But here tí ẹ bá ṣe àṣìṣe ẹ má kó sọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá, then you know your freedom is taken away from you.
Even with the rumor going on about DV, the man will have resigned himself within a day. He will resign.
Bí ọ̀gá wa ṣe wà ní tọ́jú kakata, àwọn èèyàn ṣe nǹkan tẹ̀ náà.
What are you talking
Bẹ́ẹ̀
about?
má gbé wá, má tiẹ̀ gbé wá, má gbé wá. But ní gbogbo àwọn tó tú sílẹ̀ ìjọ yẹn ní tọ́nà fún ní kinní kan
Pardon.
Who does that?
Fẹ́ tó mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ pa ọkọ ẹ̀ tó mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ tó premeditated kinní.
So now bàbá yẹn sọ pé it's okay to ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kò dẹ̀ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣá.
Never.
Even in a place of homicide kí yóò tẹ̀ ṣe mistake kó tí ọkọ lulẹ̀.
Wàá yìí lọ fún.
Wọn ò ní bọ̀ ẹ́ láṣìírí o. They will tell you pé màmá ló ti bàbá ṣubú o.
Ben, of course, the children. I paid it last week. Tọ́ni bá ṣe show yẹn. Mo ní when it comes to anything DV at home, call the police. Call the police. Bọ́lá ṣìkì kí ni? They will. Èmi kan tún advice mi báyìí àǹtí. Mo tún advice mi báyìí pé if your daddy is beating mommy, call the police.
Excuse me? That's too loud.
Kíákíá. Kíákíá.
Excuse me? No, that is too loud. You don't talk to her like that. Ọmọ yẹn máa gbàjà màmá ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ kan ni. Tó bá dé ìpàdé mọ́mí jọ, I'm gonna call 911.
Wọ́n fi ṣe ká bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So, ọmọ tó máa ní, are you talking sense? Does it make sense?
Does it make sense? Báyìí mama dey hear question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Wọ́n ní, ó sọ pé orí
èmi ò pé nìyẹn.
Ṣé èmi lè sọ fún ìyá tèmi àti
lórí ẹ̀yìn màjú.
Bá mi ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ tí orí
yìí pé wá. It's the
Okay.
nature of
You just nod your head and say, okay. Ẹ̀kọ́ ni okay ni. Hey, kò sí kò sí fẹ́ ṣe sí ẹ̀lẹ́ náà. Ẹ̀kọ́ mo step away ni. Ó lè later kó ní mom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the way we operate. Bó ṣe wà system nìyẹn. Mi nítorí ẹ̀ ló fẹ́ yọ kòkókò, mo ti fẹ́ rí kòkókò. Tí wọ́n ní tó gbọ́ ní fẹjọ́ mi sí ọlọ́pàá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ gbà mo yá ẹ̀fẹ́ pa wọn.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. As we are rounding up, it's time to go to bed because thank you so much, everyone, for joining, for letting your voice out. Like I said, I have not come out to condemn you as a young girl if you are falling in love with an older person, but please do it sensibly. Do not fall in love because of do not go into a marriage because of money or anything. Ma? Èèyàn ní kí fọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ sílẹ̀ ṣé èṣù ni máa gbé dání ni. Má dé gbàgbé.
Ẹ̀yin kọ̀mẹ́tẹ̀sì.
Mr. Ọlá mọ Mr. Ọlá oníwàhálà ni wọn rádà wọn lórí. Mr. Ọlá sí olóògbé kan náà ni wọ́n ń ṣe nígbà tó máa ń. Ọlọ́run la máa pè àbí so. Ọlọ́run la máa ké pè so everyone ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run you understand. Please don't forget what I do. I sell glasses. Call on +44 74 81 31 26 24 +44 74 81 31 26 24 for all your glasses, party glasses, prescription frames, everything. Mo fẹ́ disconnect you àǹtí Muala.
No problem.
All right, ma. God bless you. So, for all your party glasses, sunglasses, and prescription frames, call me on +44 74 81 31 26 24. And please remember, you have only one life, and if you are alive, you can still do greater things in life. Do not go into any relationship because of wealth, money, affluence, or whatsoever. As you go in, and so you go come out. Now, cry will make you come out. You understand? And for sure, when you're going through DV, please call for help. You need help. And substance misuse can never, ever replace your joy, your happiness. It will destroy you, destroy your career, destroy everything you have ever worked for. And believe in your handwork. Believe in what you can achieve in life as a woman. Thank you so much, everyone that has joined. Thank you, my commenters. Thank you, my panelists. And thank you, the gifters. I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Let me off it one by one. And I see